Nice and nice. Smells nice and clean and serene in the room at the moment. Nice and clean. I'm taking 5 seconds to just gently absorb it. Just mop the floor, and that's what I had to do. All right. Let me see what it looks like over here. Yeah. Okay. Sitting on the couch. If I sit here much longer, I just sat down. Just got done sitting down, moving around rather, mopping and doing what I had to call and do things from early this morning. I started trying to move around in the middle of the morning, started doing things, and I'm all right. Welcome to the jungle. I got the jungle room, I call it. It's the advantageous under the bridge, I call it. This is living under the table with Austin Centinela. Moments in time. I'm spot cleaning with some hand sanitizer. Some of the little smoking spots that I might be leaving, I got to get them up as much as possible. I think a little bit of scratching them off with a little bit of soaking them down and then mopping over them a couple of times, they'll be gone from food or whatever it is, from smoke and ashes, things. But other than that, just calm. All right. Nothing too grotesque. Moving slow, pumped up, too nervous to talk, and tired. I look so tired. I took a shower. Knocked me out when I got out of the shower. All right, so made a few phone calls. Things are working that way. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Try to eat and survive. I look terrible to myself. I look really skinny. Terrible. I'll try and not to over smoke because I don't have the endurance. I just probably make a sandwich and think about trying to not get any more bad news this afternoon. I'm waiting for people to respond to me, and I don't know what I'm going to get. It's like a good and a bad and the ugly. But I'm supposed to have a good phone call in the morning. I'm supposed to get an attorney, at least for any kind of unlawful throwing me out of the house. They're not going to let me represent myself for an eviction. They're going to get somebody to help me take care of me from my law for Section 8. Other than that, I don't know what they're going to do for me, for anything. Nobody wants to really pretend they really commit to knowing me much. It's okay. I'm not that upset. It's just I ended up getting a little bit stirred up and I couldn't calm down. I made some phone calls. I broke my water a little bit over the phone and tried to calm down over the phone. But what the day brings at my age is either I eat or rest or I don't. It's kind of it's torment, to think there ain't too many friendships. All right, so there's no such thing as assisting me. That's what I don't understand. People are just it's constant bombardment of impersonality. When you get older, you get older. You know the difference. Right? You feel it. You see how people treat you. I don't know to what degree I'm supposed to be there for every moment of concern, but I don't have enough money for it. So it's one of my last chances. If I do it with this strength of this video, I might do it with this camera on a hotspot broadcast shortly. But the more I look at the camera, the more dizzy I get, the more I recognize I shouldn't think too hard. Looking at lights and things like that, let alone move around without eating. So I think I calm down before I get like a balloon flash out on everything. And I'm almost there now with the way I was feeling. I was kind of stiff and calm. Let me stay calm and sentient. It's silence, silence and moving around it the right way. I'm in a nice motion for moving and mopping right now. My floor was pretty good. It's good, That's how I work off my phone call. I better mop that floor before I move. Or I do something else. I better make this house smell good and, clean it. Yeah, I'm always looking around. I started talking to the imaginary people in the room that ain't here while I'm cleaning so I could remember how to move around while I'm cleaning, which I don't do very often as a regular access to move around gently or not. I shut down lately. All right, so I'm starting to talk. Wish somebody was here. It's almost 1 o'clock. Maybe I'll come back and drum gently. The room and the building smells good, and otherwise, since those two guys were taken out of the property that were fighting with me since April, the two tenants next to me and across the hall, they got thrown out. Now they're trying to throw me out. Well, I hate to admit to everybody, but I wasn't the problem. I was being abused, like being bum rushed out of an apartment. I haven't had an apartment in 3 years. My first apartment in 3 years that the city gives me from a rescue mission and the veterans, and they want to throw me out for being a problem. I was being pushed around like I was being evicted by the gang who wanted my apartment before anybody said 2 words to me, and I haven't had 2 words to say back. So I'm going to try to get an attorney who wants to, I think, going to go forward and not just give me an email back. They're going to set me up for because of the nature of the case now. And I'm supposed to be considered a disabled guy that's not supposed to be thrown around by Section 8 law. You've got to renew the lease if I can't get out of here safely, and you got to make sure that I have safety at all times. Not what happened to me the last 3 years. I'm going to get a judge to make sure the VA gives me my coverage if they don't do it on their own. Now,